In the name of Allah, the most compassionate, the most merciful, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His last and beloved Messenger Muhammad, and may the peace and blessings of Allah be upon you all. The title of this episode is, Why are you created? Why Allah the Almighty created you? Now, this question is of paramount importance, and people thought about it for centuries. Why are they here? Why are they created? Now, people try to answer this question by depending on their guesswork, on their conjecture, and they came up with some philosophies and ideas, like for example, that your aim in life is to make a positive contribution. For example, if somebody builds a building to house people, that he thinks that this is his goal in life, is to make a positive contribution. Of course, this is wrong, because if it were true, then you wouldn't find this emptiness that even the people they would do so many good things, they feel empty inside, they feel something is missing. So it's not the answer. Now, in this episode I will show the answer for this question from the guidance of the last revelation of Allah God to people, the Quran. Now, in the Quran, Allah God Almighty teaches us the answer for this question as follows. If we ponder upon verse number 88 of chapter 27 of the Quran, which states, translations the following: And you see the mountains and think them solid, but they pass away as the passing away of the clouds, the manufacturing of Allah God, who perfected all things. Verily, He is well acquainted with what you do. Now, if we ponder upon this Quranic verse, we see that Allah God Almighty draws our attention to one of His creation, the mountains, and He states, He gives us that His creation is a process of manufacturing, the manufacturing of Allah. Now, let me give an example to demonstrate and explain this further. Now, if a human manufactures a product, for example, he assembles a chair, a car. Now, when he manufactures something, there's a purpose in the product. The product should serve a certain function. For example, a chair to sit in and to feel comfortable, a car to help you and to aid you in your travels. So any manufactured thing, it needs a function. Any product needs to serve a function. Likewise, Allah Almighty explains to us that His creation is a process of manufacturing. So we and all the creations of Allah Almighty are manufactured products. And Allah Almighty assigns a function to each and every product. For example, the bees, Allah assigned a function to them and inspired the bees and taught the bees this function. For example, to gather nectar, to manufacture honey, in addition to other functions, and the birds, the insects, everything that Allah created, Allah taught him and taught that created object his function and his function in this life. And we see the bees, the insects, the birds that are carrying out this function. Now, it is illogical to think that you as a human, you are the most honored of Allah God Almighty creation, that Allah will not give you a purpose, will not give you a function in this life. It's illogical to think that. Since the bees, they have function, the ants, the birds, all they have functions. So it's illogical to assume that you wouldn't have one. So the question now arises, what is your function? And since you are the most honored of Allah Almighty creation, this means that your purpose and your function would be the highest. It's the pinnacle of purposes. So what is this purpose? What's this function? Allah Almighty gives us the answer in one verse in the Quran. That the question that people thought about for so many years, Allah gives the answer in one verse in the Quran, which is verse number 56 of chapter 51 of the Quran, which states, and Allah Almighty created the jinn and humans to worship Him. So here Allah Almighty teaches us that the reason He created us to worship Him. Now, so many people, they misunderstand this verse. They think that worshipping Allah Almighty means to pray, to fast, that these the acts of worship. And he thinks that if he prayed and he gives zakah, religious taxes, and he did pilgrimage, that that is sufficient, as that he's doing everything that Allah Almighty commanded him to do, and that is wrong. Now, praying, fasting, it's part of the commandments of Allah Almighty, not all of them. Now, to worship Allah God means to obey His commandments, to do what Allah commanded you to do. That is, worshipping Allah God means to carry out what Allah Almighty orders you to do. Now, praying and fasting is part of what Allah Almighty instructs you to do. But it's not all of these acts, they are not all of Allah Almighty what He ordered you to do, and they are not the first. They are not the first thing that Allah Almighty commanded you to do. Now, the first command that Allah Almighty ordered you to carry out, Allah teaches us in the Quran in chapter 74 verses 1 and 2, which states, O who you are wrapped in garments, arise and deliver the warning of Allah, God Almighty. So here Allah Almighty in these two verses, He's commanding Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him, and through him He's commanding us to deliver the words of Allah God Almighty to people. So the first command that Allah Almighty ordered you to do is to deliver His word to people, to strive to make the word of Creator supreme, to make people know the Quran and the religion of Islam. That is the first order that Allah Almighty gave you. And this is the most important one, because the first order is the most important order. So your function, Allah gives you the answer now, your function in this life, your purpose in this life is to strive to make the word of Creator supreme. That is your function. So the question that people try to answer for hundreds of years and thousands of years, Allah gives us the answer in one verse, that your purpose in this life is to carry out the orders of Allah Almighty and to carry out what He wants you to do. And Allah will reward you with the reward of prophets if you do that. And so now we understand what's required of us. Now, what is the importance of doing this function? What importance that we get from doing what Allah Almighty orders to do? Now, there are a lot of benefits. Let me summarize a few. Firstly, that you feel closer to Allah Almighty, and Allah will give you the reward of prophets of doing this. Secondly, that you will understand the Quran and the religion of Islam more and more, because you are always looking for convincing arguments to deliver this information to people, so you'll understand the Quran more and more, you understand Islam more and more. Thirdly, you'll practice the religion more and more, because you want people to think of you as a role model for Islam, so you'll follow the ways of Prophet Muhammad. You'll try to follow the ways of Prophet Muhammad and implement them in your life, because you want people to see how Islam is practiced and to love Islam through you and your ways. Fourthly, that you'll feel satisfied. You feel this emptiness is removed from you. You feel that you found your true calling. You found your aim in life. Because before listening to this lecture and before carrying out this main function, you'll always feel there is something missing. When you feel that you are serving Allah Almighty by calling people to Allah God and striving to make the way Creator supreme, then you'll feel really satisfied, and you'll have so much energy and so much kind of stamina to carry out this function. Allah will give you this stamina and this courage and this knowledge. Now, the way to make the way Creator supreme in this day and age is to show the miracle of the Quran to people, and to show the superiority of the knowledge of Allah God in the Quran to the knowledge of people. And this is explained fully in my website. So please visit my website to see this miracle and to use it to show the superiority of the Quran, and to attract people to the Quran, and to make them realize that the Quran is from Allah God Almighty and Prophet Muhammad is His last messenger. And to know this miracle and how to implement it and how to show it to people, please visit my website at www.quran-miracle.com, and you can email me at zaidquran@yahoo.com, and may the peace and blessing of Allah be upon you all.